Good morning. Happy International Women's Day to all our women, mothers, sisters, every person that is a woman that has contributed largely to the development of our society. Thank you for all you do to make us who we are today. Thank you, all women. Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
Happy International Women's Day.
Yeah, same to you, brother.
It was day before yesterday, but it's still in the mood. We've had quite great women in Nigeria.
As a matter of fact, our mothers and sisters are people that should be celebrated every day. Because when you look at their contributions to our well-being, to everything, from taking in, keeping the pregnancy, having birth and everything, women are to be celebrated every day.
Okay. Philip, sorry.
Well, the woman, there's no society without a woman. So the woman is the bedrock of the society. So happy International Women's Day with happy celebration to all women.
But the funny side of it is that women are celebrated all the time. We have like 3 Mother's Day, International Women's Day. So many women celebration.
Because they deserve it.
All right, okay. I think we'll just end it there. All right, Obi lent his voice to the right of the women and talked about 25% allocation of political authority to women. And that even when women gain their access in a very harsh way or difficult terrain to where they are, even at that place where they get to, it becomes also difficult for them because sometimes of the male dominant and their voices are not mostly being heard. And when their voices are trying to be heard, sometimes they are being shut down. And he gave good example of Natasha Akpoti-Uduaghan and Senator Ireti Kingibe, that they work in a very harsh environment. And it's not been very cool and cozy for them at the Senate. Eli?
With the exception of all the ones you've just even mentioned, the society at large, Nigeria precisely, when you say society, you could want to generalize the whole world. The white have a way of balancing things. But here in Nigeria, going through the news, flying under Peter Obi's cry for the right and protection of our mothers and sisters who are the women in the society, made me to begin to think, earlier this morning, you get like, the Nigerian system entirely does not favor our women. Do you understand? You see, they have to get the same score with everybody before they can get admission into the university. And having gone to university and haven't finished and haven't served, being posted to very, very difficult terrain in this country in terms of security, in terms of assessing some of the places they go to serve, and haven't finished all those things, government does not even have any program or plan to absorb our youth corpus into the society. And then you see, because of our kind of ways of doing things here, it's much more easier for the male folks to find something doing. What can women do? Like if you go to Wuse Market today, if you see like 20 people pushing wheelbarrow, you hardly will see a woman among them because of our weather and the way we appreciate people, how people are being paid. Come to even the general thing now. Taxi drivers, bus drivers, Uber, Bolt, it's like 1% to 100, the ratio. Now, outside that again, we don't even have programs within banking and other things to encourage them to stand on their own.
The MD of Zenith Bank is a woman.
No, hold on. The system is what I'm talking about. Now, if outside all these things, the few that are privileged to find their ways into the offices that will have to work for the general population are equally being abused, being shut down somehow, directly, indirectly,
all right,
by the government.
I'll come to you. Philip, I want to hear your views on workplace, women, political situation that doesn't favor them, economics. I want to hear your views.
Yeah, very well. You see, it's interesting that we're having this conversation. First and foremost, we should know that we are African and we have our culture. We should also realize that the Western culture was borrowed. In the African setting, the woman place remains at the home. That's not to say that their rights were not protected. You know, in economy, they say there's division of labor. In the area of the women in placement in the African culture, it is West better, and also in the the male folks. Even then, the women are, to be honest and to give it to women are good managers. Anytime you give them any offices or home to manage, you see results.
But somebody also argued the fact that Jesus Christ didn't have a female disciple.
I was going there. That's why that's where I was going.
Okay.
And then thank you for coming in. When you come to the Bible, the scripture that everybody hang on to, there's no place. The woman place was well spared at, even by Apostle Paul. They said the woman is under the man. When you come to the modern day society, where you said what man can do, woman can do better, then there should be room for competition. You should compete to occupy the office. So if even the male folk, as it was explaining, they compete to get to the office, they occupy. But that's not to say that when the woman gets to the office, like Obi rightly pointed out, it shouldn't be biased against. I'm not an apostle of giving some percentage to women in society. Because if you said, we always aspire to get to the office.
But if we have 91 or thereabout senators, and the proportion of women that we have is 3.
The question is that there was election. And you said, what men can do, you can do. You go for election. If you are elected.
But the terrain is quite difficult for the woman to
So that is why I started with the fact to say that, look, in the African setting, there's role for everybody. And you are leaving that role to play the role of the man, then you should work to be a man.
So no gender.
For me, I don't subscribe to it. That's what I destroyed the Western world. Oh, the woman want to be a man want to be a woman. You are being trapped. You are not being trapped. And what is the outcome? If you want to be a senator, you should pass through all the rigors to become a senator. I don't subscribe to 25%, 1% whatsoever. If you want to be in office, work for it.
Okay, all right. Eli,
I want to disagree with my brother.
No, you don't have to disagree with him. Just say your views.
Okay, fine.
It's not about disagreement. Now, most of the time, what we see, let's talk about the work terrain, as in the workspace, where a lot of people feel that women are being marginalized, for even if they gain access into that place. We know there's been a loggerhead between Ireti Kingibe, Senator Ireti Kingibe, and Minister of FCT Wiki. There has been a real quarrel between the Senate President and Senator Akpoti in the limelight recently. And a lot of people felt that these people are not fairly judged. And they were melted out, or they have been melted out with harsh conditions in the workplace. That's what I wanted to talk about.
Well, I was going to go there, but you okay, fine. Look at it. Democracy is about number. I want to say something here, that if the women want to be senators, they should work for it. The truth about it is this. If not for the way we rig election, if elections in Nigeria are played on a normal ground, remember it's a game of number, and either you like it or not, if women decide to vote for a female candidate or female candidates, I won't be surprised if we have more female senators than the male folks we have, if election is a free and fair game.
Hold on. Is it by statistics?
Basically, yes.
Let me come in. Please,
no, hold on. I will let you come in.
I want to speak on something.
No, hold on. By statistics, you are very wrong. Okay. I can tell you that. By statistics, you are very wrong. Women don't vote for women.
No. That is your understanding.
No, I'm not talking about my understanding.
I disagree with you.
Can I come in?
All right.
I'm going to speak on the workplace.
Yes.
Yesterday in my church, St. Matthew's, my Tama, this gender-based thing came up. It is always rumor that it is only the male folk that oppress the women in the workplace.
Yeah.
I give you a clear example. In ancient days, in the house of Potiphar, Joseph was oppressed and debased by a woman in a workplace. Is that not true?
It's true.
So, yes, anybody you see human by
that's one example.
Yes, I am coming.
Okay.
By human nature, by human nature.
Man is oppressive.
Man is oppressive.
Yes.
You know, but generally, woman, you have to work under a woman who is on a position of authority to ascertain whether women, if they are in authority, whether they are oppressive or not. Human by nature, any human being that is in a position of authority, if it's naturally that man or woman is oppressive, it will be oppressive irrespective of his gender. That's my point.
Yes, I agree with you.
Okay.
But one thing I also want us to know in advocating for this thing, I have a great mother, I have beautiful sisters, quite a number of them, that are actually my senior. But you see, God in his infinite wisdom did not make man and woman the same thing. Equality, I don't think can be possible. But harassment in the place of work should never be a place that is allowed in
a society.
Human society.
Yes,
because if the person is harassed because it's a woman, it should never be. Yes, your last thought.
It's more of a Nigerian factor than a general thing. We also have women in political elected and appointed places in other parts of Africa. We don't hear of this sexual harassment and bullying, I should put it that way. It is our Nigerian factor, and we have to work about it. And that is what Peter Obi is talking about. We've had Nigerian women that have made us more proud than few of our men have ever. With the exclusion of this present young man in the bank of industry, world level now, we've had Dora, we'd have Ngozi, we'd have Ezekwesili. We have had Nigerian women that have represented us and have done us proud, and the record they left behind today is one of the things Nigerian government enjoy outside there. Our system, like I just mentioned, let the next election be a free and fair election. You will be shocked with the level of wickedness men are contributing to the down of this.
I can't take more than that. Just your last thought.
You see,
10 seconds.
I personally agree with Peter Obi that women and men, every human being in a workplace, harassment should not be tolerated.
It should not be about gender.
It shouldn't be about gender. Harassment generally should not be tolerated. People should be free to do their work in their place of work, irrespective of their sex. You shouldn't be a bully because you are bullying a woman because a woman is in the same office with you. No.
All right.
The woman could know better.
Okay, so I'll take away from Philip. It says that there should not be harassment, whether male or female. But Eli thinks differently. He thinks that the woman folks has more power and they have more intelligence to hold more than what they hold now. Well, what can I say more than what these two gentlemen have said? But you see, humanity is first before gender comes in. We'll be right back on News Insight.